Okay, I think we should be live now, so welcome to another... This can be a Lord of the Rings gaming stream, kind of a chill relaxation, returning to leveling my new Guardian character through some of the early content, early epic quest, a few of the landscape quests around the areas where he's doing the epic quest. We're going to try with a little chill music today, just kind of relaxation. We'll still kind of read through quest text as we go. I'm going to do a couple tests, make sure the sounds are working here. One moment. Okay, test the sound real quick here. Okay, so if I increase that. I believe that should work with the music, and we'll see if it hopefully works with the game volume too. If anything is out of whack, of course, in your live, you can let me know, and I will do my best to adjust as possible. Okay, so let's switch over. To re-log in, because I took too long. So one moment, we'll get this set up here. There's a lot of things going on in Lord of the Rings from the Midsummer's Festival, and sometimes running around Minas Tirith in circles gets a little bit wearisome, so I'm going to go back to doing a little bit of leveling as a relaxation for me more than anything. Got a new character on Landreval who I've leveled up to level 8. Doing basically the introduction and taking my time. As a VIP, there's a fair amount of level boost you get, so you progress through the content and the levels fairly quickly. Okay, so let's switch over now. Why it's bordered. It's usually not bordered like that. Interesting. Okay. On this playthrough, I've got kind of this in-game music off because we've got some Twitch soundtrack music going. Got some atmospheric sounds, though. Ah, they're telling me about the Festival of Midsummer. This character's not quite ready to go to Minas Tirith, so I'm going to decline that. Mostly so I don't have an extra map to carry around in my inventory, which he does not need. The mail. Now they can do some of the intro quests where the horse needs assistance. Stable Master of Combe instructed me to seek out assistance in helping a newly arrived horse here at the stables of Combe. This new horse seems unusual and could use some special attention that I just don't have time to give it right now. The stables have been having trouble keeping the current horses in good health with all the traffic in and out of Combe. Please take a moment to read the attached letter, and there are directions to the stables of Combe from Bree. I hope to see you soon. That gives you a quest. Oh, Bingo Boffin's quests. Hello there, and well met. I hope this missive is not intruding upon anything important. And if by unhappy chance it is, then I am sure you will disregard it and take no offense. But it is my very sincere hope that it does not intrude, and instead is met with some degree of interest and curiosity in the matter I propose. For you see, I have need of some help with a small matter, and, well, I say a small matter, but I do not know how long it might take. It could end up being quite a big matter as things go, but we will not know until it is quite underway, will we? The questline does go on for a while. If you're interested in learning more, I ask that you please seek me out at my comfortable hopped hole just north of the town hall in Mickledelving, being the principal town of the Shire. Yours in need, and looking forward to your positive reply, Mr. Bingo Boffin. So if I capture the Shire, I will see him, but I'm going to be in Breeland for the most part with these epic quests. Yogar's horse, of course. This takes you to the Hingstagger Farms. Talk to Eogar at Hingstagger Farms. Directions to Hingstagger Farms from the west gate of Bree. It's just west out the gate and north up the road and up the hill. We may get there eventually. A couple of acquired and auto-bestowed deeds. More LOTRO points. Get some Hobbit presents. Any fun stuff? Just the starter quest. Well, 3 gold in coin, never bad for a starting character. Remove disease thing, can come in handy. And a couple of virtue potions, but I don't believe I've leveled enough to get much of those yet. Oh. 1. Which virtue should I start leveling first? For this Guardian. He's going to go defense. Valor is always a good one for offense. Loyalty is always a good one for defense because you have vitality. I kind of like survivability on my Guardians, so I think I'm going to go with loyalty to start. Ability gives you a little less vitality, but some. Tactical mitigation is good with honor. This gives you a little bit of both with innocence, justice. Attack mit. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with loyalty as my first one, so let's apply these potions. 50. There's a little bit of virtue XP. Doesn't give you very much. Those Hobbit presents. Now, I'm not going to be going into Hingstagger Farms very quickly, so I'm going to take that off the tracker. These are the local ones I will be doing. Stable helping Combe. That's coming up soon, so I'll leave it on the tracker. Crafting is in Combe as well. Prologue. That's what we're mainly doing. We'll put that on the tracker, so we have those 5 quests. Alright. We survived to level 5, so we have the title Doctrine on the Wary. And we will move out. I'll put this as my quest tracker for the prologue. We'll see our quests are in this general region. One of the bodies is just up here at this house, though. Oh, I need to get my mount out. I have the ability to use mounts. We'll start with his basic Bree horse. Very simple man. He's a simple Bree horse and simple armor. Oh, and there's Dirk. In this quest, we're burying the dead that were defeated during the Battle of Archette. Found at the sheep farm. Goodbye, friend Dirk. Now, I'll have to find Nate and Will Wheatley. I do have a quest to kill some boars, diseased bristlehides, so let's take care of this guy while he's here. Got a couple of them. Indeed, we're using a couple of the skills, so I'm kind of just exiting the tutorial area. Those are things I want to level as I go up too, so I don't get too far behind. The Sting, the Guardian's Ward. Over this weekend cut. There's a brown bear. You're in my way. We'll knock out this diseased bristlehide quest while we're here. Looks like I have a little disease on me. Arrow yet, or a bow yet, so I don't have my ranged pull, but don't really need it at this level. Okay, so that quest, Disease Among the Boars, was completed. So now back to our prologue, looking for bodies. One's right over here near these reeds. Will Wheatley has passed away here. Oh, you decided you were not done with me, huh? Now Nate, he's I believe over at the hunting lodge. Yep. So we gotta go over to the Sprigley's farm, which is just up over the hill here. To find his seed bag, his strong box, and his bow. There'll be a lot of spiders hanging out at the farm because it's linked to the spider cave. Oh, there's a lurker there. AoE attacks over here. Indeed, Spider Slayer. And here we have his strong box and a farmhand, which I believe is carrying Sprigley's bow, unfortunately. Just bash a couple more of these spiders while I'm here. I'll go towards my deed. Yep, bow. Strong box. And the seed bag is over here. Now the cellar will connect down to the caves with the spiders. But now with those two quests done, I can go to the hunting lodge where Nate fell. this map gives you a little pointer indicator if you so choose to have it displayed, which I do. So there's a couple of things, exploration sites to find. I believe one is over here in the Blackwalled ruins. I found one of the ruins of Breland. I believe there's a deed to kill the Blackwalds too. But there's a few sites to find. One of them is this ancient cairn. The history of the Dunedain opens up. As you exit the tutorial area, so let's fire off some AoE swings. Yeah, Brigand Slayer. Okay. So let's take a look real quick at these deeds that have been opening up. So in Breland, there's a whole selection of deeds that when you complete them will give you certain rewards. Some are titles, some are LOTRO points you can spend in the store. In fact, that's mostly a large way a lot of free-to-play players earn those points is by completing these deeds. And they'll give you reputation with different factions around the world that you'll encounter. Right now, at the beginning, you only know of 4 factions in the game. There's dozens more that you'll encounter, but we're working in Breland for the most part, so these are going to give you increased reputation with the men of Bree. As you reach those higher levels of reputation, there'll be certain items you can buy. So in Bree so far, there's 10 different ruins of Breland that you will seek to discover. We found the first one here in Blackwall. We found Blackwall's Roost, this ruin. The history of the Dunedain are 6 different statues, crests, cairns. Like in this one, we found the ancient cairn, and they're usually going to be in these ruins of Breland. So if you find the ruins of Breland, you're typically going to find these statues and items as well. And then there's kill deeds for brigands, spiders, and we're progressing through them. It shows you how many you can get. This takes 30. There'll be an advanced level as well. You should usually double the first level. And with that, there'll be more titles, more reputation, more LOTRO points. These are all in the section under Area Door. There'll be multiple different zones you'll encounter as you explore up through Angmar and even beyond Forkel. But we're just in the intro Breland, and those will open up and fill in this space as you find them. There are other deeds that are related to your class, to your race, to the epic storyline. Again, some open up automatically. Some open up when you use certain emotes. And there's many other instances. Hobbies when you do fishing, wars, PvP, and then other regions of the world. And there's also deeds to... Oops. When you're using certain skills. If you use certain skills over and over again, it will open up certain deeds. And they're in... I believe in this, yeah, class skills. There they are. I have one toggle over. So we've opened up 3 class skill deeds at this point. Guardian's Ward, Stinging Blow, and Reactive Block. And basically, for every time I use the Guardian's Ward skill, it will trigger up to a certain point, and you have to use it a lot. This is, 1,200 times to achieve this skill. So this is just something that you're going to do as you're playing along. You're not going to sit and spam this skill over and over again to achieve it. It's just going to happen as you play through the game. The Guardian's Ward's one of your basic skills. Strengthens your defenses, does 80 to 107 damage, and buffs some parry and block rating stuff, so gives you a little defense. Reactive Block, when you hit enemies with shield swipe, which is this one. These kind of the first 3 skills you obtain. Stinging Blow is for sting. So as you're using these 3 skills, you're going to level these up, 750, 400. And then at certain levels, other skills will give you unlocks that you can work on as well. But since I use these 3 on a pretty regular basis, at this point, those will just gradually level up. Now, there's only a certain amount it'll level up typically per day. It's blue at this point. Eventually, it'll change to yellow, which means using that skill will not advance it any further. Some skills I don't think have that. It may be that these basic skills don't. I know when I was recently leveling my warden, there was some skills, some gambits you do with your warden that are fairly limited. You do it like 25 times a day, and that's all you could do. But their levels to achieve the deed is much lower. It's typically 50, 75, or 100 or something. Some of those. But anyway, we'll do these as we go along. And they keep wanting me to take the festival quest. I'm going to take it so I stop getting spammed with it. Finish it. It'll give me a free map, but I don't really need the map at this point. I'll just stash it over to the side. I've got room in my inventory now. And as you defeat enemies along the way, you will get certain drops, which I've chosen to just put automatically in my inventory at this point. So I don't have to click on the corpses to open them up and loot them. Saves me a step. And they'll drop in here some light hide for killing the wolves. And these are usually just sold for coin. Some at higher levels, usually about level 10 to 15 in Bree. There's some daily tasks that open up that some of these will be turned in for. But at this point, I'm just stashing them in here. Since I've reached level 9, I think I get this gift for the Explorer opens up. Gives me a little combat regen boost. I'm going to go ahead and click that on. Item wear reduction. Might as well. They're pretty minor boosts, but every little bit adds up, and they just take up inventory space if you don't use them. Okay, so hey, it looks like we have a viewer. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Doing a little relaxed Lord of the Rings early level leveling on a Guardian here. So welcome in. Just talking about some of the early level stuff, early level deeds, kill deeds, exploration deeds. We're working through the epic line quests and killing things along the way. Just chilling out, relaxing to some music. But for people who may not be familiar with the game, and trying to explain some things along the way, if you have any questions or if you're familiar with it and have comments, feel free to comment. Hop on my mount. We'll head over towards where Nate Whisperwood's body is, over by the hunting lodge. There was an attack on our Chet starting area of the game. Now we're cleaning up some of the mess, some of the heroes who died defending it. This one opens up a quest, I believe, for killing this marshfly queen. There's some quests that they will drop quest items that you can turn in. And there's a quest for killing sickle flies as well, which are scattered throughout Bree, or the Bree lands. I thought she dropped an item. Maybe it's not in every kill drop. Well, I don't see it. So we'll just head on towards Nate's body. A valiant effort, Nate. We will honor your memory. Okay. So we've kind of completed the areas, or the quest in this area, so we'll head back to our Chet to turn them in. Got that deed bestowed for killing sickle flies. So we have 3 kill deeds in this region: brigands, sickle flies, and spiders, which are obtained usually pretty easily just by doing the quest in this area. hope the background music and the voice are at good levels. I tried to adjust it as best I could. If something's too loud or too soft, feel free to let me know. Alright, we return to our chets, the burned out buildings. And we'll talk to the constable.
What do you need?
Ah, you've taken care of the poor, blighted creatures. Every boar that has caught that foul plague will, in the end, have to be destroyed. But the few you've dealt with will slow the spread of the plague. Thank you. So, the blade I have is 813 damage. This gives you a chance to replace it with a great axe. But it's two-handed. I like to play with a shield, so I'm going to keep my one-hander and shield. Do I want a better shield? That is a little bit better shield. Versus getting a bow, and I don't have a bow yet, which gives you an ability to pull mobs. So I'm going to pick up Thistlewool's bow as a start. Get some experience for that. And you got, that was the first Breland quest I completed, so there's a deed for completing Breland quests, which will open up, and as you do 15 of them, you'll get some virtue experience, which, as I mentioned before, will allow you to fill in these virtues. Like, for example, loyalty, you'll get to slot into these spots, and they give you different amounts of health, armor, attack, whatever you're kind of going for. This is going to be kind of a defensive build, so I'm working on a defensive trait right now. Vitality will give me extra health, armor, incoming healing when I'm in groups, and so when you earn this virtue experience, this virtue bar fills in. It usually takes about 1,000 to 2,000 experience to get from one level to the next of these virtues. So as you complete these deeds, you'll get reputation with the population of this region, some LOTRO points you can spend in the online store for cosmetic things, convenience things, and then that virtue experience. So, and again, we're killing spiders, sickle flies, brigands, and such. But we've got more quests to turn in. We've been asked to find Cal Sprigley's items from his farm, and we did.
How can I be of service?
This is everything we asked for, all right. My seed bag, strong box, and my father's trusty bow. I can't thank you enough, Doc, and I must beg your pardon for treating you so poorly earlier. Had I known what was to become of my farm, I would have heeded your advice and retreated to Archet at once, saving ourselves a great deal of trouble and poor Henry his life. Still, I am glad we can make a new start. Tell the Spider-Bane he has my thanks as well for sending you to us.
Might I take a
More
moment of
experience,
your
so I'm heading
time?
from level 9 towards level 10. Oh, he has more quests for me. Them spiders have at my work hands and driven me and Holly out of our home. There's got to be some way to get them off our land. I would think that Atlee Spider-Bane might know more about spiders than I do. Perhaps you should go speak with him again. We can't return home until those awful things are gone. So I'll have to talk to Atlee, who's sitting conveniently right next to the fountain here. Our spider hunter, who has never actually seen hunting spiders. Finding reason. Good, you have returned. It seems there is much more going on here than I first thought. While you were away, my cousin Bali arrived, and I sent him to search some caves in the ruins outside the east wall of Archet. A few of the hunters had dropped a huge stone in front of the cave, and I wanted him to ensure the stone remained. He has not yet returned, and I am worried. Now, from what you told me of Sprigley's troubles, the spiders came up through the cellar in his shed. Perhaps seeing the cave blocked off, they tunneled up through there. We won't know for certain, though, until you find Bali. Hopefully he'll have some answers. As I mentioned when we were at the farm, that farm is close to the spider cave or connected through the cellars. Okay. So that's our quest. Oh, we have one more here to turn in. Oh, John Brackenbrook.
Greetings.
So this is the continuation of the prologue quest, kind of main epic quest line, which will carry you throughout the game as you follow it. The other quests give story, give exploration, help you with kill quests, taking you in areas where you're killing mobs for experience and for your deeds. So John says, good, it is done. Those men died bravely and deserved a proper burial. Once more, Archet is in your debt. Now, before you leave, there is something I must tell you. A queer man came through Archet while you were away, and I believe he was looking for you. Oh, in this game, that could be almost anybody.
What can I do for you?
The man who came through the village, he reminded me of Strider in his behavior, and he was looking for the hero of Archet. I can only assume that he spoke of you. He said the matter was most urgent, and that if I saw you, I was to direct you to the Comb and Wattle Inn, where he will be waiting for you. The Comb and Wattle is in the center of Combe to the south. He seemed most grim to me. I would travel to Combe immediately and speak with the innkeeper, Lisbeth Honeymead. She should know where to find this man. Yeah, there's a lot of quests that will direct you towards Combe, which is the city directly south of Archet. But we have some spider hunting to do here. Oh, and this gentleman, Builder Error, I think he has a strong box he wants us to find.
Hello, friend.
Toolbox.
Could you help me with something?
Working with wood has always been my trade, so I thought to put my hands to the rebuilding of Archet. I had loaded up my tools and set out when suddenly this mad boar came out of nowhere and overturned my cart. It was all my son Born and I could do to make it here to Archet, and we had to leave the tools in the wreckage of the cart. If you head south to the gate that leads to Combe, you might be able to recover my toolbox. I'd really appreciate it, and the folk of Archet are sure to be better for it as well. The sooner I can get started, the sooner the town will be back to the way it was. Watch out for that boar, though. You might be able to get my toolbox without attracting his attention, but you'd need more luck than I have to manage it. So apparently this builder and his son can't handle a simple boar, but they're going to rebuild the town. Well, we'll help them out as best we can. So that'll be up here. So let's go grab that real quick. Up on my trusty steed. And we'll just ride up the path. Sometimes those boars will attack you on the way. If you give them enough of a berth, though, they'll leave you be. Oh, and there is Mad Bristlehide, right by the toolbox. As expected. No match for Doc. Okay. So now we're going to head over towards the spider cave and search for Bali. The city to the south will wait. So we'll head down the path and then head east. Or we can dodge these guys and go cross country. Sometimes that is faster. We're still in the starter zones. So they give you a fairly wide berth and you have to be pretty close to them for them to attack you. Sometimes, if you get enough of them on you, they will knock you off your mount, and you'll have to stop and deal with them. Some more old ruins. The old east path will be filled with spiders. All these spiders go towards completing our spider kill deed. This one's achieved fairly easily. Oh, Bali fell. Adley, you're putting your friends in harm's way. You search Bali's corpse and find a journal with several pages missing. The journal text reads, I would not believe it, but the spiders have pushed the cave mouth clear. I have entered the cave, and the spiders reacted to me instantly, as if drawn to me. I am unsure why. I spent my day carefully searching near the entrance only, and found several corpses bound into cocoons. These spiders seem to wrap everything up into their cocoons. I'll write more tomorrow when I go further into the cave. Or apparently not. Perhaps it would be best to enter the cave to see if you can find the rest of the journal pages before returning to Atli. So there's 5 journal pages that Bali neglectfully lost inside the cave before he passed. Okay. They're hidden in these cocoons. We must dispatch the spiders on the way to them. These creatures will attack you when you are within range. Some do, some do not. Spiders are fairly consistently aggressive. As you would expect from spiders. Especially large spiders, the size of half your body. Second cocoon. This gives you a little mini map in the upper right, which will open up as you explore the cave, and the red critters are our spiders. I'm going to grab all 3 of these here. And I've got some AoE attacks that will hit all of them at once. Put a little poison dot on me here, lowering my resistance to poison, but at these early levels, they're not too harmful. There are some early level wounds that can be fairly dangerous to your health. Using again my basic skills of Sting, Guardian's Ward, Shield Swipe most often. These are my AoE attacks, Sweeping Cut, Whirling Retaliation if I get a bunch on me. Just a couple drop down when I came by, so there's a trapper that's going to attack shortly. Tracks their health here. If they use powers that use power, or skills that use power, they have a power line as well. With my morale, which is health, or power as in the upper left. Another journal page. This leads down towards Spriggly's cellar, if I recall. New spider hatchlings, which are non-aggressive. Yeah, so this connects to Spriggly's cellar in that farm we were at before. So if we wanted to exit to the farm, you can enter into these underground cellars. You see these characters with a blue ring on them are your basic normal characters, normal health, normal attacks for the most part. There's a Ironaith, kind of a boss spider here, mini boss spider with the red circle. They usually have a little higher health, a little more skills, a little tougher to take down. But again, in these early levels, we were kind of learning about the game. They're still not very difficult. But you see this one had twice the health as the regular spiders. Which usually drops an item. Yep, Ironaith's head. It's a trophy, it's just sold. But that does give you a quest, starts quest Spiderbane, so you can click on that. And it's basically a turn-in quest. You'll talk to Adley Spiderbane. This brood queen is far more fearsome than any spider you have come across before and seems to be manipulating many of the events around Archet. The dwarf Adley is known as the Spiderbane. He would likely want to see proof of this creature's demise. So you'll get a yellow item for this. You can start off with this gray items like the protector's helm I'm wearing, and some of these will be upgrades to what you're wearing. They're out-leveled, obviously, pretty quickly if you level around, but again, if you're exploring and wanting to find new items, this is one of the ways you'll get it. So this door will usually take you to Cal Spriggly's farm, but we have some more journal pages to find downstairs. Like there's page 4, there's page 5, there's page 3. Oh, I need to slot my bow I got from my quest, so you can right click and that'll throw it into your bow slot. And now I can use my let fly skill to pull mobs towards me. And if you want, these journal pages will give you some more about the story of Valley's Journal. Once we get them, we can look through those. Then we'll head back to the cave. We have 2 more journal pages to find. More spiders have, of course, arrived. And I've completed my undefeated deed, which means reaching level 10 without dying. So you get some rewards for doing that. You basically get a new title. You have reached 10th level without being defeated in battle. So I can make that active, and now I'm Draylon the Undefeated. Also a new deed for defeating spiders. I've hit my 30 spiders for the first level. So now I have Spider Slayer Advanced, which you kill 60 and you'll get some more rewards, including that virtue experience, some marks which are spent on items, again, as you level up, some LOTRO points for the store, and more reputation. Some skirmishes will start to open up, which you can do. Skirmishes is another game feature, another little battle feature at level 20. Got some new mail. Epic battles are another sub feature of the game where you can do, play in battles like the Battle of Helm's Deep and stuff with other players. I usually do not participate in them, especially at early levels. I find you need a little more skills to do well in them. There's the first Breland deed completed, Spider Slayer. Okay. And as you level up, some of these creatures, these went from green to gray. They won't attack you when they're gray. They are kind of over leveled. I'm at level 10 and they're just level 6s, 5s. Blues will still attack you. Like these are level 8s. I got a new skill here, Vexing Blow. Quick swipe that will strike multiple enemies. So again, those are my AoE skills. So move this over just a little bit so I have a little visual gap between my single target and my AoE stuff. Light blue is level 7, so light blue and dark blue. As I'm exploring kind of everything in this level, in this area, and like TNT and XP, I kind of over level. Again, this game is more for relaxation than achievement for me. New deed swept away. So I used a skill. Use Sweeping Cut. And now that I'm level 10, using that skill starts a deed. So I use a certain amount of times. And I'll get some LOTRO points. And you do it enough times, you usually get a trait point as well, which you can use to help level up another aspect of your character. So again, we're exploring the spider cave, looking for 2 more spider pages and some cocoons. Towards another. This is the Sprigley cellar door, which will take you up into Sprigley's farm. So we're going to head up around this corner. It'll take us towards some more journal pages. Some AoE skills here. And again, I use Retaliatory Strike. I got a new deed for using Retaliation. It starts at level 10, since I just got there. That opens up Retaliatory Strike using Retaliation. Again, these are all kind of baseline skills you use throughout the game, so you have to do it quite a few times before you get your points. But that's just something that you do as you go along, and it tracks them there. Back down towards the beginning, so the cocoon should be up this way. Oh, there's one right there. pages. One more to go. Okay, so now I can take those journal pages back to Atlee. 1 and 2. Well, spiders are still not a fan of me being here. Back towards the entrance, which is down this path and off of a little ledge. And there we go. So again, you can read through these journal pages. And they'll tell you a little bit more of the story of Bali exploring the cave. Basically saying he's found several large spider queens, doesn't know why they're here. Going around in circles. Probably going around in more circles. Missing a turn someplace. Well, it's kind of a little maze. There's more complex ones. 5th day. We've explored these for 5 days. One of the beasts mentions Atlee Spiderbane. There is no doubt now these spiders and their queen are here for Atlee Spiderbane. They seek to use me as bait, but I will not give them that leverage. My axe will drink of their blood ere this night is through. I will not. Apparently you'll die outside the cave. Alright, so we'll head back towards Atlee Spiderbane. I'm going to go ahead and mount up. Both of our quests take us to Atlee. Should be able to ride past these guys without them knocking me off my horse. Edward has a crafting quest that sends us to Combe too.
Hello, friend. Could you help me with something?
Look at you, Doc. I see a blank canvas, an uncarved block of wood. He's basically telling me go meet with Roderick in the craft hall in Combe and he will teach me how to craft. This character, there's a lot of different crafting skills in the game. This one will be just a harvester. He's going to harvest harvest wood and harvest ore. He can sell that. I've got other crafters, so he's just going to be an explorer. Builder error.
How can I be of service?
You have my thanks, Doc. Now Bourne and I can get to work rebuilding this town. Take these coins for your trouble. And some rations. Oh, he has some more work for me.
Would you do something for me?
Supplies here in Archette are limited and will certainly not suffice to repair the damage wrought upon the village. Now that I have my tools, I'll be able to begin shoring the fences and repairing the buildings where I can. Archette will need more lumber. If it is to recover completely from this attack, if you find yourself in Combe to the south, seek out Taylor Green and let him know that I will need another order of wood from the lumber yard. If you've not been there before, listen well. The Combe lumber yard can be found by following the road south. Yep, it's south and it's to the east of town, up the hill. Well, we will look for Taylor. Now we need to talk to Atlee. Too many are dying on your behalf, my friend. I think you need to go fight your own battles.
What do you need?
I cannot believe it. Bali, gone. He must be avenged. And this journal tells me what is behind this. A spider queen from the Blue Mountains. She and her brood must have followed me from Thorn's halls. Know this, even if I am slain, she will never leave this place. She has found easy prey here. We must destroy her, or our Chet shall become a new abode for this queen and her spawn. I already killed her. This character being a guardian wears heavy armor, so I'll pick up some new pauldrons, which give me a little bit more armor. Gives you an item level of 9, 119 armor. And, you know, again, still gray, so still a basic item. But at this level, certainly all you need. Gives you a different cosmetic appearance. For example, this is a better light here. These are the shoulder blades I have now. Let's see if it changes the appearance. Yeah, it changes these little guys. Doesn't look as good, so what I'm going to do, we have cosmetic options here. Have some. This is what you look like as your regular armor sits, and you can wear it as your regular armor. But this pair of shoulder blades that I liked because it matched better, I'm going to put there, and then I'm going to choose to wear outfit 2. So cosmetically I'll look like I have that armor on, but in actuality I'm wearing the armor with the greater benefits. Okay. And then it's something I'm going to keep long term, so I'll end up disposing of it, but selling it off. Oh, I can open up this gift when I hit level 10. I got a new gift. It's a starter gift. Gives me some healing morale potions, power potions. I usually just throw them away because at low levels you're not going to need them very much, and then they don't do much at higher levels. So let's give you some enhanced XP. I usually hold on to that. And a Slayer Deed Accelerator. I hold on to that for higher Slayer Deeds. The early level Slayer Deeds go by pretty quick. Okay. So we gotta talk to Taylor, that's in Combe, he's in Combe. Now I'll talk to Adley, and he will take me on an adventure.
Greetings!
Oh, this is where I turned in for that drop from the Queen Spider. Spider Queen Ironeth by name, and her ways are known to me. You have done the people of this town many great services, this one not the least of all. Were she allowed to endure, it is likely all the peoples of Breland might have suffered her spawn. Take a quick perusal of these items I have, and you have earned your pick of them. So again, I'll get that better helmet, more armor, bonus to my vitality, which increases your hit points. I'm at 926 hit points now. Morale in this game. So I'll pick that one. Again, I will equip it by right-clicking on it, and it gives me a little bit of different look. And I went from 926 to 935. Again, since I don't like the look of that as much, I'm going to still go to my cosmetic outfit and put that other helm on there for now. Sometimes I mess with this, sometimes I don't. Alright. I'm wearing higher level helmet and shoulder guards than what those actually give you. And I'll get rid of those eventually. Okay, so quest-wise, everything I believe now is taking me to Combe. Crafting, seeking out stable help, and the prologue. And again, we're kind of following the path of the prologue and doing the other quests along the way. Okay, so we will hop on our horse. We'll head south out of Archet down the road towards Combe. That's where we are now. We'll head towards Combe. This is the starting location in the game for men and some other characters, but hobbits have their own starting location, elves have their own, dwarves have their own. I believe wardens, after initial tutorial, they start here as well. I don't think I've been over to these ruins since I came out of the tutorial, so I need to run by them to pick up that exploration deed. So I'm going to do that on my way. It's Brown's Folly. Some ancient ruins. Most times you just have to come close to them. Brown's Folly. This one apparently doesn't need to be triggered. Oh, fell too far. Wounded my leg there. I've slowed for 5 seconds or so. Longer falls will slow you for longer. Keeps you from jumping off everything in sight. But you can die of fall damage. And have multiple times. Alright, guards, I'm exiting Archette. Heading into Combe. Be careful with your cart. And Combe, kind of next big quest hub here.
Would you do something for me?
He sends you down to Staddle. I think I'm going to hold off on talking to him, so I have things to do here in Bree first. I always pick up the Stable Master. That allows you to kind of fast travel from place to place for a little coin.
What can I do for you?
This quest. New arrival in Combe.
Greetings,
Thank
friend.
goodness you've arrived just in time. And then he gives
Would
you
you
a quest.
give me a moment of your time, friend?
Take care of these horses. An unusual horse arrived in the stable here down at the end, but I have no time to help him settle into his new stall. I need to tend to these other horses or the stable master will have my head. Would you please help me tend to the horse's stall and make sure he has everything he needs? For new horses, I usually check the bedding for freshness and the trough for grain. Make sure he has plenty of water too. So it gives you a little bit of a quest to take care of this horse. Yeah, I'm mostly doing the prologue epic quest on
Might
this
I
character.
take a moment of your time?
Reconnecting ties. Pardon me, do you think I could take up some of your time? I haven't had any word of his son Cubble. So she's texting me or telling me to go find her son. I'm going to talk to Constable Wren. He's pretty close here. But I do need to go for the prologue into the Combe and Waddle Inn. Find out who has come looking for me. The fiery rings, the big glowing rings, are the main quests, main quest line. Prologue and urgent summons.
What can I do for
Oh
you?
my, look here, a real live hero. It's not often we get such respectable folk through here. My, how my tongue runs on. Toradon told me to send you upstairs to his room as soon as you arrived. The stairs are across the room here, and Toradon is the door at the end of the hall. He said you shouldn't delay none. Well, I will then delay none and go straight up this hallway. Let's see what Toradon wants. Ah. Looks like a ranger to my thinking.
What can I do for you?
The hero of Archette, I suppose. I am pleased to finally meet you. I am sorry for the cryptic summons, but I dared not betray my whereabouts to just anyone. There is much we need to discuss. Will you hear me?
Might I take a moment of your time?
You already have. Thank you for your aid, Doc. My kindred and I were driven from the bounds of the Shire by the Nazgul of Mordor. They pursued us eastward and slew many of us. It was my goal to join Amdir, but I have heard rumor of his fate in Archette. They say he was stabbed with a Morgul knife and led off by some evil men, the ones who lent the Blackwald's aid. There are few left now with power over such wounds, and those that I know of dwell some distance from here. We must find Amdir, and quickly if we are to save him. He is likely being held by the Blackwalds somewhere in the Chetwood. We must find a way to enter their lair and free him, but first we must find them. Speak with Constable Underhill. He may be of help. You usually find him outside near the Combe and Waddle. Once you have learned of the Blackwald's lair and believe you can gain entry, return to me. Constable Underhill. I know exactly where he is because I saw him on the way in. Thank you, Lisbeth. On my way. Here is the constable. Again, still
good
that firing.
day.
Toradon sent you, did he? It's good to have the hero of Archette on our side. The hobbit lowers his voice. There's still a Blackwald agent in town. We think he's trying to rebuild the band from among the local ruffians and bullies. We need proof, though. A letter of parchment would do if it came from the agent himself. Many of the brigands hole up in the Chetwood. Follow the road east until you come to the guardhouse where Constable Wren is stationed. From there, head north and look for the brigands' watchfires scattered throughout the wood. Search their packs for signs of their summons. Let me know right away if you find anything. We need to know what they're up to. So we'll be searching a Blackwold's pack. And there will be some quests here that we can do along the way. I think Constable Sagewood has one.
Stay a moment.
Yeah. He will let us search for valuables among the Blackwolds. After the initial raids, when folk began fleeing for villages like Archet and Staddle, the Blackwolds found they could no longer rely upon raids to support themselves. They seized old Bauman's farm and began tilling the soil, though, badly and without care for the land. The brigands at the farm must be under the supervision of some Blackwold leader, else they would fall to laziness. If you confront the Blackwold's leader at the farm, you might be able to recover some of the valuables they have stolen. Old Bauman's farm is deep in the Chetwood, at the end of the eastward path. I would appreciate it if you could at least try. There are many folk who would benefit from the recovery of this treasure. So we will encounter that area.
Would you do something for me?
Unpaid debts. The Blackwold brigands are on the run, no question about it. They're trying to regroup at camps throughout the Chetwood, but they suffered a real defeat at Archet. The brigands fled their old encampment up by Archet, carrying a large lockbox, which they brought to one of the smaller camps in the Chetwood, northeast of Combe. If we can get our hands on that lockbox, its contents could be used to help those who lost property to the Blackwolds. There are a number of watchfires along the road, so you'll need to find the right one. So we're looking for a lockbox. And there are a few camps. Alright. Ted Pickthorn, he has a quest, I think, to dig up some
I'm
stuff.
sorry to trouble you, but
Yeah, finding the hanging
will
tree.
you help me?
Which is slightly, if I recall, south of the road here. They show you where the quests are in the Chetwood, and the hanging tree is going to be somewhere in this area, I believe. Say, my old dad was a robber some years back and got his hands on a good deal of riches, as I hear it. Constable caught him, but before he was hanged, my dad told me where he buried his loot. I never needed it before now, so I was content to let it stay buried, but I figured it's time to get my hands on wealth enough to keep you warm and shod, as my dear old dad called it. Can you take the pickaxe and dig the treasure up? Just take the road east from Combe to Constable Wren's post up by the guardhouse, climb over the hill on the right, and walk down the riverbank where the hanging tree grows. It'll have an X carved into it, conveniently. You'll be helping me make a new start of things, and you'll have me everlasting thanks. So we'll do that as it's kind of on the way. This is where the crafting lodge is. I'm going to go turn in that crafting quest while I'm here. Roderick
how can
Culver.
I be of service?
Finish that up real quick. And then you can pick crafting professions here to do different things like make jewelry, make weapons, make armor. I always learn the Explorer on some of my early characters,
can I
but
do
I'm
for
not
you?
going to be a major crafter with this one. Because that lets you harvest items. Harvest ore and harvest wood. But I need to pick one. Learn the Explorer Craft vocation.
What can I do for you?
Then I'll give you a starting mining pick. A starting axe. A little document that tells you how to craft. This also lets you be a tailor too, so you have a starting tailor kit too. And it gives you a skill to track mines and to track wood, so they'll appear on your mini-map. Or I always find a little more valuable than wood, so I usually track that. So we'll see those as we're exploring around now. And they have a little introductory quest to introduce you to how to craft, how to forest, how to prospect. I'm not going to do those right now. If you do them all, you can get a little title. And in our character screen, there's a place to put your tools. There are tools that you can get that is one tool that does everything, does mining, does tailoring, does any craft you want. They're called universal crafting tools. I'll probably obtain one of those later, but for now, I'll put my mining pick in there. That will let me harvest mining nodes as I explore. Okay, so now our quests that we have: the Hanging Tree quest, Taylor Green quest, which is over this direction, And Constable Wren quest, which is over here. Oh, but we only have 5 I can track. Because the epic quest's on there too. That's okay. We'll come across them as we explore. This Constable Wren should be at the top of this hill. At his guardhouse.
Greetings.
Looking for Covell Woodwright, are you? I've heard something about the boy, but I can't say his mother's going to like it. He's joined up with the Blackwolds. He hadn't been in Combe for long when they took him either. He tried finding work around town, but he didn't have the stamina for hard labor. If you can talk to him, you might convince him to give up his new line of work, but I doubt it. I wager you'll find him east of Combe in the Chetwood. Just follow the path from the lumber camp, north and east. You're sure to come across a Blackwold camp or two up there. So again, all of our quests kind of lead to our same area here, except for the hanging tree. We're going to knock that out real quick here. Because it's just up this hill, up and over the hill. And again, I have my little quest marker on it, so it'll lead me right to it. The grove of trees has been cleared. Oh, rabid bristlehide attacking me. Wasn't a wise move on its part. Again, for defeating the creatures, you'll get these little drops, light hide, which is used for crafting and can be sold, and ripped skin, which at this point are just sold. Tree stump. Click on that and see if that's the one I'm looking for. You'll find nothing of note near this stump. Find nothing of note near this stump. It must be this one then. Bring the pickaxe back to Ted. So we will do that on our way back when we're turning in the other quests. So we'll head off towards the Chetwood. Hop on my steed. We're almost to level 11 at this point. Again, that bear was trying to chase me, but out of his territory. This is the lumber camp where Taylor Green will be. And a couple of other quests that send us further into the Chetwood. For example, Posco. I should have listened to Father and never left Buckleberry.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
My Uncle Filbert and I were having tea and discussing the state of things in Breland, about how the folk in our chet showed the Blackwood brigands a thing or two, when Uncle Filbert stood up and said, "Someone ought to do something about these villains. I'm going to give them a piece of my mind." And then he left, without even finishing his tea. Up the road in the woods, east of his camp, past the brigands' watchfires, there are some ruins where the Blackwolds are holed up. Uncle Filbert has probably gone there to have a word with them, though I don't think he will make the full journey. He's not as young as he once was. If he has, he's likely got himself into trouble. I dare go no further to search for him, but could you go look for him and make sure he's all right? I will. I'm heading that direction anyway. I was told to talk to you, Taylor.
How can I be of service?
Our chet's woes did not escape us here in Combe, and it's good that ye are is doing good. But the evil of the Blackwold is spread, and now rests in the same wood where we need to collect the wood for our chet. I will see what we do when we can, but as you can see, we've troubles of our own. Yeah, so he passed the bug. And that moved me to level 11 now.
Could I speak with you a moment?
He's of course got a quest to send me in the Chetwood as well, this time to defeat some wolves at the Wolf Den. Combe has always relied on this lumber camp for her livelihood, and now the people of our Chet will be relying on us to supply the wood to rebuild their town. There's no shortage to work, that much is certain. We'll need to start taking down some of the trees to the northeast along the cliffs, but there's a wolf den up that way that endangers our workers. Could you deal with those wolves for me? It's not safe to chop down trees near there, and I'm afraid we might lose some of our best loggers. Follow the cliff wall, you'll see the wolves, or they'll see you. Again, these quests will give you experience killing creatures that you need for deeds, and some better armor items than what you're wearing. Oh, Old Bauman.
I don't know if you can help me.
Have you heard that our Chet gave them Blackwold villains what for? Yes, I just came from there. Kicked them right out, they did, and good on them. If little old Archet can manage it, I say Combe can do one better. And sweep them Blackwolds out of the Chetwood for good. Now, I lost my Sally's chain when them brigands took over my farm. She's been gone for many a year, but that chain always did bring me comfort. One of them Blackwolves probably picked it up, and I want it back. Farm's far to the east, just follow the road past all them brigand campfires. What's that? Oh, it's a chain, not a necklace. What a queer question. Alright, so I'll look for a chain. Again, it's going to be in the same area here. So we'll now head into the Chetwood. Oh, must be one of those loggers trying to clear out the wolves. But I'm not above looting their corpse. You mostly find just stuff you sell on those corpses, but every little bit helps when you're a young adventurer. The wolf den is cleared. Here's one of our mining deposits. Copper is the first level ore. Get a little experience for doing that and get some copper ore, which can be good to sell. Now looking for brigand camps. Spider decided to attack me. Missed it. Oh, Philibert. He's hiding by a tree. That's right. We're looking for Philibert. Pongo's uncle. He never made it to camp. He's stuck by a tree. He's on ground level, hiding in some trees, as I recall. Yep, hiding behind a rock. Someone should do something about these Blackwell villains.
Hello?
I tried. Finally, someone respectable. I was beginning to think no one out here in the woods had any manners. I simply wouldn't stand by any longer while the Blackwolves have their way in the Chetwood. I marched right in and told them what I think of their sort. They laughed me right out of their camp. Go back to Hopton, little boy, they said to me. I've never been spoke to like this, never. I wanted to leave. Something in the big ruin is just a bit off, I say. One ruffian, Cole Sickleaf, he used to be a nice boy, took my handkerchief. Could you bring it back to me? He ran off to the ruins all the way to the east, between the frightening ruins to the north and that Skunkwood's farm. Grab a couple copper and some right here. Okay, now we'll follow the road towards the ruins. There'll be some camps along the road. North. So I can collect these rowan branches. This is the wood. You have to switch over to the axe to collect it. Like I said, eventually you can get a universal tool that will do both. You don't have to switch all the time. So I'm just going to keep the mine equipped and just focus on getting a war as I go along. We're in the wolf den now, so we're heading out of the wolf den. The wolves are chasing me. But that's okay. They'll stop. There's some ruins up there. There's a couple breaking camps. One right here. I believe you find the lockbox. And the captain. So let's take him out. There's the lockbox. Recruit pack. Discovered a letter. Where'd that captain go? He wandered off. Well, I'll find him later. So now we're going to go up to these ruins. Actually, over here is where the handkerchief is, the top of this hill. There's a house. Old Bauman's farm. Found Sally's chain. You can see on the mini-map these little green icons show that there's the copper deposits. You can, if you're a harvester, you can track those down pretty easy. You have to level up mining in a certain each area as you go. So copper first, you have to level up to a certain point before you can harvest the ore in the next region, which usually starts about level 12 to 15, and on from there. So you do, if you're going to collect or harvest ore, you want to do it from the start. Makes it easier, not have to catch up later. Oh, she's shooting arrows at me. The scouts are ranged. Grab the supply crate here. So on the top of this ruin, I think, is where the handkerchief and coal sick leaf are. And he's a kind of mini boss. He's got the red ring. His health's a little bit higher. But again, at this level, when you're typically over leveled for the zone, not a threat. Oh, he stunned me. And I retrieved the handkerchief. So I achieved most of the goals in this Questwood chain. Oh, it's stuck on the tree. There we go. More things to discover in this ruin, but there is a quest, I believe, that brings us back to this ruin, Blackwold headquarters. Oh, here's one right here. There's Covel.
Why are you bothering me?
Oh, that's the one that our mother sent him to find him. What's that? My mother sent you to find me. I don't care. I've never been good at anything in my life, but now I've found something I can do, and do right good. You're in a gang. You're going to regret coming into Blackwold territory. Now I won't have to fight you, but I will. Because that's the choice the game gives me. Well, you may have won this round, but I will never abandon the Blackwold. Alright, so now I will go tell Constable Wren about that poor deluded youth. Captain Dogwood, isn't it? Oh, they're shooting at me. Captain Dogwood's just a higher level mob. Not too high level, just a red one. There's a higher level warg out here somewhere I haven't run into. He puts a wound on you, which can take 34 damage every 2 seconds for 30 seconds, so it goes on for a long time. You will get some wound potions along the way. Like this one removes disease, wound, fear, but my health's high enough it's not hurting me at this point. Okay. Getting back to turning in quests. From our first foray into the Chetwood. Dodging the creatures that don't all aggro me as I move along. I think we have to find Philibert first. Mini-map will give you some quest ring icons to help you locate things.
What do you need?
You at least have some decency. I thank you very much for returning my handkerchief and bid you a good day, as civilized folk are wont to do. I'm going to stay here and keep an eye on these impolite troublemakers. Maybe it's the Tookish blood I get from my mother's side of the family, but it'll take more than insults to send me back to town unsatisfied. Perhaps my presence here will remind these ruffians what it means to live in Breland. If you can tell my nephew Posco that I'm fine, I'd appreciate it. Good day. I will, on my way back, tell Posco about your plans. 26 of 60 on spiders. We'll get those easy enough. There's plenty of them in the swamp. So you're continuing with quests around Breland, so you don't really have to go out of your way to kill those this level. Higher level kill deeds, you do have to spend some time focusing on those as you're moving along. Depends on your playstyle. If you stay in an area for a long time, if you just kind of level, stay at the same level.
Hello there.
It's good to hear that Uncle Filbert is all right. He always says that I'll develop good hobbit sense when I get older, but if there's any example, I'm not sure I will. Thank you for looking in on him. Oh, I grabbed some heal potions. Keep those around for now, in case I need them. Taylor. I
Greetings.
killed the wolves for him at the wolf den. You took care of the wolves. That will make harvesting the trees by that den much safer. Rebuilding the burned buildings in our chet will require more wood than we have, and that's only one village. I don't think the Blackwolds have the numbers to try anything funny around Combe, but there's still Stattle, too many raids, and we'll need to cut down the whole Chetwood to make the repairs. So I'll grab some heavy armor, leggings. That'll double my armor level. Once I turn these quests in, I'll update all my gear. Old Bauman. Here's your chain.
I'm sorry. Did you need something?
You found my Sally's chain and showed those Blackwold villains a thing or two. I don't doubt it. A lifetime of thanks, Doc. Ah, Sally was a good hound. We'd go hunting in the fall, and she could sniff out a coney from what seemed near a mile. It's good to have her chain back. That's all I've got left of her now. Take these coins for your trouble. Also a few little meals, which buff some stats. Like the cooked carrots, buff your vitality, buffs your might. I'm a guardian. We'll take the cooked carrots. Pork sausages. There's different types of food. You can't eat them all at once, but I'll chew on some carrots, give me extra vitality. It'll bump my from 984 to 999. Yeah, not a huge difference, but something you can do. Okay, so now we're heading back into the Constable Wren, who's just past the lumber camp outside Combe.
How can I be of service?
You fought with Covell Woodwright, but he escaped. Well, his sort will not be able to flee forever. I feel the time of the Blackwold Brigands is coming to an end. It seems I was right, and he will never give up his lawlessness. His mother will not be pleased to hear it. I'll talk to his mother. Ted.
Woe to me. I'm sure it will
That's
do no
Mason
good,
Thorne
but
at the Combe Lumber Camp.
may I speak with you?
Maybe the woodcutters at the lumber camp up east of here remember which tree was the hanging tree, Doc. You've got to have a word with Mason Thorne, the man in charge there. He just has to remember which. Well, the stumps used to be the hanging tree. He just has to. The lumber camp is along the road north of the big house. I go back there. Constable Sageford. Took care
What can I
of
do
some of
for
the
you?
Black wolves. What is that? What is this? Rurik? There's a Rurik Finnell living here in Combe. He's a locksmith, but why would he be aiding the Blackwold stock? Rurik's house is southwest of here, just behind the Combe and Wattle. You'd best have a talk with Rurik. I'll be very interested to know why he's been locking boxes for the Blackwolds. Very interested indeed.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Rurik is locksmith here in Combe. You should show him that receipt and ask him why the brigands appear to be a common patron of his. Seems odd that Rurik would be involved. He's a quiet man who keeps to himself mostly. Still, we need to investigate every lead carefully. You should find him outside his home on the road that runs south past the Combe and Wattle Inn. Unpaid debts.
What can I do for you?
You've returned with the brigand's lockbox. Now let me see what's inside, and we can sell the valuables to support the survivors of the Blackwold raids throughout the area. Locked. I should have guessed as much. Wait until we find the key. Well, until we find the key, we won't have any luck with this. There seems to be some initials carved in the lock. RF. Most unusual. Not really, because you just told me Finnell does this. 3 agility, 2 vitality.
Stay a moment.
I was talking to one of the other constables shortly before you returned. It seems that he learned that some of the Blackwolds were keeping even more valuables in their main camp in the ruins of northern Chetwood. With any luck, you might find a strong boss that's not locked. It's worth trying anyway. There are so many people who need money to rebuild and who better take it from them than the ones who stole it in the first place. Constable Underhill.
Good day.
Hello, what's this? Ellie Cutleaf. Well, I should have guessed. She's smart and disreputable by all accounts, and she's just the sort who might lead us to the Blackwalled agent. She won't lead you to this dear fellow. I don't think, but it's a start. We must gain access to the law leader somehow. He'll have his answers we seek. He might.
Please, stay a moment.
Now here's an idea. Ellie is looking for new blood, so why not help her out? You can mask yourself as a ruffian and offer to join the Blackwalds, gain her confidence. We might find out where the Blackwald leaders are hiding. Of course, it would be dangerous. Do you think you're up to the task? Ellie's house is in the northwest corner of town by the pond. There are some large cages nearby. She breeds dogs, I think. Go and speak with her, and remember you're a brigand.
Can't you leave me to my misery?
What, Covell has joined those villains in truth? I refuse to believe it. He's a good boy, even if he has a temper. He's a Woodwright, through and through, and would never do such a thing. You shouldn't say such horrible things, and to an old woman. Oh, what am I saying? I knew the boy. Himself in a spot of trouble. Let's turn on a dime. Thank you at the least for finding him. He's a good boy. Ah, what am I saying? He's a punk. Grab some more healing. Yes,
Could I speak with you a moment?
Level 5 quest. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to take care of the horse right now. You, though. Oh, I forgot to pick up your
Would
quest.
you do something for me?
Because you were talking to Constable Wren. So I'll talk to him on the way after I go to Ellie. Ellie and Fennel on this side of town. I need to upgrade my gear a little bit. With my drops. Okay, so before I go talk to her, let's... I've got this. Light armor is better than the breastplate I'm wearing right now. So I'll put that on. Ugly. So I think cosmetically, I'm still wearing this. Alright. Wood down here. Got the awesome ring. And I'll add the 2 vitality ring to it. Dies. It's about the same. I don't need that. What do these look like? They're pretty ugly. And what I'm wearing has more armor. This gives me 3 more vitality. I'll take the armor at this point. Leggings. What do those look like comparatively? Alright. I'll wear those. Cloak I don't need. Earring I don't need. So we'll start selling off some of this stuff when we head back through town.
What can I do for you?
Not another one. I thought I'd gotten all those letters back. You'd be better served just going home. You don't want to join up with the Blackwalds. I listened to Skunkwood, their leader, and helped them breed some wolves. I admit I did it for the promise of riches, but I regret it. Jagger Jack is their head wolf master, and he had me breed a local wolf with one of them wargs. When they took me into their camp deep within the Chetwood, I got afeared right quick. There's something not right there. I've done something terrible, Doc, and I need help getting out. The den mother I helped them breed is kept at Skunkwood's farm in the North Chetwood. She needs to be killed before her next litter is born, else her pups will do worse damage to the Chetwood than the folks here. I will take care of it, lady. I need to talk to the locksmith.
I don't know anything, I'm sure.
Yes, my name is Rurik. Yes, I'm a locksmith. What is this about? One of my strong boxes recovered from a brigand, and a letter. I see. I had hoped that I saw the last of the Blackwolds. You must understand, I did not willingly help them. My business is keeping things locked away, so I do not often ask questions of my customers. I filled an order for 20 strong boxes, and upon completion was visited by the Blackwolds. One, a tough fellow, took my master's key and threatened my life if I talked. One of the others with him called him Applewood. Please tell the constable that any aid was unwilling, and I only stayed silent because I feared for my life. Well, if that's all there is to it, Brick. So, constable, this is what they're telling me.
What do you need?
While this doesn't help us get this box open and the valuables returned, it does speak well of Rurik. I feel badly that he felt as though he could not protect him. But with what happened to Carchet, I understand his hesitation. Let me think a moment on the name he gave us. Scouts are coming and going at all times. One may have mentioned seeing this Applewood.
Stay a moment.
Yes, I remember. A scout returned a few hours ago and mentioned that there was an Applewood giving orders to the recruits. He then headed towards the Blackwolds' main encampment in the ruins in the northmost part of the Jetwood. I knew we'd go back there. If Applewood has the key, then we should set about getting it from him to aid those who have suffered so greatly at the Blackwolds' hands. Be careful. Reports from near those ruins tell of a great sense of dread and dismay. You will need to be cautious if you are to attempt to find Applewood and obtain the key. When you find the key, return to me, and we shall see what good news we shall bring to the people of Archet and Combe.
Will you let me speak my piece?
Collect padded gloves. Oh, that's a little crafting quest for me to make padded gloves. I think I'll hold off on that. Don't need to craft right now with him. So we're heading again back towards the Chetwood lumber camp. Talk with Constable Wren again.
How can I be of service?
I have heard that many of the Blackwold brigands, after looting Archet, fled into the Chetwood. It seems that the Blackwold leaders are angry. They feel that the raid might have been more successful if their followers had been less focused on filling their pockets and more on acting together. The main encampment is east, down the road, and then deep into the northern woods. I suspect that many of the Blackwolds can be found within that camp. Mayhaps if you search in that area, you might find Gale's lost fishing pole. Perchance. Perchance. Mason?
What do you need?
The hanging tree. Oh, I remember seeing a few hangings in my day. I do believe I wrote the site of the hanging tree down in my ledger. I write down all the things I want to remember, so I can just look it up in, well, bless me, I think I dropped my ledger in the woods not far from here. Much of lazy and forgetful people around here. Yes, I remember we were surprised by some of those Blackwolds, and I dropped my ledger on the road. I'd wager a captain of those brigands picked it up. There are quite a few campfires to the north and east along the forested road. You might find my ledger on one of them. Blackwolds. Bring it back here, and I'll look up that thing you wanted to know about. A tree, was it? Alright, let's go find that. Take care of some of these, see if I can find that ledger. I think it's probably on the sergeant or the captain. I can't remember which one it is. Well, the fishing pole, first drop off the brigand. And that had the ledger. Okay. Now, the strong box. These are going to be in the ruins, I believe, to the north. Oh, it's at one of those camps. It's one of these camps along the side of the road, perhaps. Just inside the ruins. Brigand Slayer complete at least the first level of it. There's the Angmar. Where's the lockbox? Search the Blackwalled Camp. So, we just haven't found it yet. Master key is mine. There's the strong box. Okay. Just overlooked it when I first passed through. Now the den mother. Here are the wolves. Nope. Got some lag there. A lot of lag happening now. We're coming up on 2 hours, so I think once we complete these round of quests, we may call it a day. Alright, so I think I've got everything done in this area. Heading back to town, including the prologue. The logger's ledgers back at the logging camp, so we'll head there first.
Greetings.
I found my ledger. Now I can find that thing you wanted.
Would you do something?
Yeah, I completed a quest, Breland Adventurer. So I got 15 quests done. Got some experience points. My virtues went up, so I need to adjust that. I've now made my loyalty. So now I need to start leveling another virtue. I'll go with tolerance because it gets me a good amount of tactical mitigation. That's something you do need. There's a tank. Fidelity's good too. Attack, vitality, and physical mitigation. I think I'll do fidelity and then tolerance. I gotta go find the hanging tree on my way back. Got some more LOTRO points. Reland Adventurer now. Once you get to 30 quests, you'll get some more virtue experience. Gotten 3 Breland quests done. The title of Watcher of Roads. Now we come back to the field and we're looking for this stump. And then we'll head back to town because we found the treasure. Which I don't think is what Ted Pickthorn expects. Welcome and thank you for the compliments on the posters in the background. Picked it up from Disney. Also got a Bad Batch poster I haven't put up yet, but The Mandalorian's fairly recent, so I'll keep that up for a bit. How are you doing today?
Can't you leave me to my misery?
Oh, Ted. What are these? These boots were buried beneath the hanging tree. My dad was a villain to the end. Wealth enough to keep you warm and shod. Shod indeed. Wait, there's something rattling around inside of the heel of this one. Taking a knife from his pocket, Ted slices into the heel, and gold pieces tumble out into his waiting palm. Well, I'll be, my dear old dad told me true. Wealth enough to keep you warm and shod. You have my thanks, Doc. With this money, I'll be able to get a new start. I'll do better than my dear old dad. You wait and see. Yeah, the Guardian was my first character. I still have my main at 130, although he mostly does solo stuff now, doesn't do in-game raiding stuff or anything like that. But so getting back to the early level Guardian is just kind of a return to 13, 14 years ago for me. I did some summer festival quests before and taking a break from running around Minas Tirith a little bit.
Greetings.
Found excellent work, and I can say that we are pleased that there is one less black wall to worry about. So I'll grab the copper armband for now.
What can I do for you?
You found a strongbox, and this one is locked as well. Well, RF's gonna help us, I guess. Grab the power one, probably won't wear either one. And level 13. Destination Breland. Yes, I will travel to Bree shortly, but I'm still cleaning up some quests here. Gail needs her fishing pole. I've got to deal with Ellie.
How can I be of service?
You found it. Oh, thank you. I've been thinking that the pole should be given to the waters of my dad's favorite fishing hole, the pond near the Hunter's Lodge in Archette. Thank you again. So grab some more gauntlets. Not a bad bow. I'll throw that on instead of the gray one I have. The boots are better than I have. Not as good looking though, so I'm gonna still keep those equipped cosmetically. What do I got here? I got a mace. One-handed, that's a little bit better. So pop that on. Need to sell some of this stuff off. Bracelets. I don't have any bracelets on, so we'll throw that on. We'll throw that on as the other bracelets. Throw the gloves on. They're the same. Okay. Sell off some of this stuff in my inventory.
How may I help you?
I'm not going to save any of this stuff. Trying not to be a pack rat on this character like I am on every other character that I have. I'm not going to use the food. I'm not going to use those power salves. These low levels, you just don't need much of that, so I'm not going to dye my clothes. I might keep the copper, though. I'll keep the fireworks and stuff like that. Gotta put that in the bank eventually. I'm not going to use the rations. Not a warden. Not a roomkeeper. I'm not going to use the food. I'll keep the hides. I'll keep those little mini morale potions. I'll keep the wood because I'll get some of those for the crafting items. Don't need that blade. Don't need those ears. Most of this stuff I'm not going to use anyway, but I'll keep that stashed there for now. Alright, so now let's go talk to Ellie. Which is the prologue quest continuation. Doing some epic prologue quests and the quest around it. I'm just kind of chilling and relaxing for this morning.
What do you need?
I'm going one-handed shield, so we'll pick up that mace or the hand axe. Yeah, we're gonna go with the hand axe.
Stay a moment.
I'll get rid of that. When Skunkwood took me to the Blackwalds encampment in the Chetwood, I met Jagger Jack. Jack is training the wolves for the Blackwalds. He keeps most of them deep in the ruins of the north part of the woods. If we're going to put a stop to the Blackwalds, then we may need to do a little mischief of our own. I'm not wont to do this, mind you, but we need to stop them wolves before they're used against Combe. Leecher Cartwell can help us, and will. Talk to him at his house up on the cliff south of Combe Center. Tell him I need a poison to kill the wolves. Oh, I know just where he's at. It's right up there. Poison to kill the wolves. Well, hello, Leecher.
Greetings,
Ellie
friend.
got herself in trouble, did she? I've been near the wood of late to gather herbs and such. Something has the animals there stirred up for certain. If this will help make things right between Ellie and the Combe folk, I will help. I think I know just the thing. I'll need fresh honey, blackwort root, and several red berries. There are beehives behind the abandoned house south of Combe. The berries grow in patches in a valley just over the hill. Blackwort root is found near the wolf den, which is the furthest one away. The other horse here. The big part of this game is reporting some of the gold spammers. Oh, honey from the hives. Okay, now let's find the berries. I think they're over with the bears. There's a couple of berry bushes. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you following. I try to do some regular streams on Thursdays around this time, usually 9 to 11 Central Time. I'm going a little longer this morning, trying to complete up some of these prologue quests. I usually do either Lord of the Rings games, solo stuff for the most part, either on the mains or on some alts. I also do some Lego building as well. So glad to have you here. Appreciate it. Alright, so now heading over to the Wolf Den. Sometimes that's just what I need to do, is just sit and relax. And you know, there's gaming streams that are high intensity and PvP and achievements focused. I do enough of that in real life. I gotta sometimes just relax and do simple stuff. Stuff I'm over leveled for. Stuff that takes you to a world that you enjoy, such as Middle Earth. Almost past the Wolf Den. Okay. There's some Blackwort. Yeah, I was at a point in life one time where I could spend multiple hours and days perfecting my gaming skills, which never worked great, but but now I just like to spend free time doing relaxing free time things. If people can enjoy being along for the ride, all the better. Alright, back to Leecher. I hope the music and the mic sounds are okay and one's not too loud or too soft. I agree. It's for the experience. It's what's kept me here for 14 years. Coming and going at times. Have you been playing it for a while? Yeah. Same thing, I was here in beta. And like I said, there's times where I haven't played it for months at a time, and it always seems to draw me back more than a lot of the other MMOs I've played through the years have. It's easier to fall back into, it seems to. At least for my style.
What can I do for you?
Well, I'll tell you. There you are. It'll be just a moment, and I'll have the poison for you. Be careful with this. It'll not hurt you, or I, nor even the little folk, except perhaps to make us mildly ill. But the normal woodland creatures would suffer terribly if you don't use caution. You should return to Ellie and let her know that the poison is ready. Let's see if this works as intended. Escape is right. And I found that Lord of the Rings, there's, probably it's the people you choose to hang out with mostly a lot of times, but the overall community in the Lord of the Rings online game has been generally much more nice and helpful and non-drama seeking than many of the other games. It has its elements.
Greetings.
You have the poison from Cartwell. I trust Cartwell. Now that we have the poison, we may be ready to strike at the Black Walls in their Chetwood
Might I
home.
take a moment of your time?
If I'm to help you, then you've got to trust me. Well, I've done 3 missions for you. I think I trust you by now. We need to deal with the wolves and their keeper, Jagger Jack. Jack spends his time talking to the strange dark-skinned men within the ruins occupied by the Black Walls. Find him and kill him, else he'll keep breeding his wolves with the warg. While you search for Jack at the camp, look for corpses of dead beasts, sheep, cattle, even deer. It's likely the poor creatures are the food for the wolves. Use the poison on the corpses, and we may well kill off a good number of Jack's beasts. While you deal with Jack and the wolves, I'll talk to Skunkwood and others about a new recruit I've found. I might be able to get you into Skunkwood's hideout. Oh, and that's where the real stuff goes down. Jagger Jack, one of the classic villains. From this game, anyway. Let's travel back to the Chetwood. Turn down the sound just a smidge on the sound effects. There we go. Hoofbeats aren't quite as loud now. So you used to play a Guardian. Do you have a different main character, or is that your main character? Caught me. Nice. Yeah, I've played for a number of years, so I have a hunter, a champion, and a guardian. They were my first characters that are 130s. And they, do some of the new content that's solo, although they're a bit behind on some of the new content. Because I tend to play a lot of alts as well. I have a ton of lower level characters and enjoy revisiting a lot of these areas. Oh, these poor slaughtered sheep. Jagger Jack is not good for this region. He will have to be dispatched. Okay, Jagger, I know you're back over this hill. What is Angmarum? You're hanging out with the wrong crew, Jack. They're just going to cause ruin to come to you. Oh, you lag now. Alright, back to Ellie. I have a guardian. It's my main. He was the first one I started. He's done the most of the content. Like I said, I have a hunter and a champion that are 130 as well, but they haven't done as much. I usually use my hunter to kind of explore new areas first, and then I'll run in with my guardian and do like every quest that I can solo, and sometimes jump in a group for some of the group stuff. But I used to do a lot of group stuff early on in the game, but now I mostly do the solo content and the story. My mains are on Crick Hollow, but this character's on Landerville right now.
How can I be of service?
I've killed Jagger Jack for you. If you've been to those ruins, then you know now about the evil spreading through the Blackwolds. I was able to meet with Skunkwood, though he was talking to one of them strange men. He mentioned someone named Amdir. Skunkwood said that he would meet with you, but you'll need to be quick. Once Jagger's death is discovered, Skunkwood will be suspicious. Well, I would think so. Alright, so some better
What'd you do?
boots. You've done all that was asked of you, and you've done a good job of it too, so I suppose it's time to show you where to find Skunkwood. He's second under Eogan, one of the strange men that I mentioned. Skunkwood handed the Blackwoods over to them a short time ago. That's when bad changes started taking place around here. Skunkwood's used me and a lot of other good folk here in Combe. Everything you've seen so far in the Chetwood should prove that to you. We risk a lot to have a chance to stop the Blackwolds once and for all. It's time we finish this. This hideout is located at the foot of the Staddle Falls, at the northwest end of Staddle Pond. You'll be welcomed inside. Maybe it's best to talk to that fellow. What you're working for first, though. Okay. Let me throw on those boots. Doop. We'll go talk to Tordon. Yeah, I do like guards, but again, I don't do high-end stuff, so I don't do a lot of group content or raid stuff, so I can't speak to whether they're as good a tank as they should be or stuff like that. I know Captain Tanking got real big over in one of the raids, the Rimmerchant raid and stuff like that, but I still haven't done that raid, so for what I do, I certainly like it. I'm kind of a slow and steady guy anyway, that never has to, DPS too quickly or anything, which is why Guardian kind of fits. If I want to kill a little quicker, I jump on my Hunter. If I want to die a little quicker too, I jump on my Hunter, so... Oh, Tordon. I talked to Tordon before I go over to the hideout. My champion's probably the weakest because he's underleveled with his virtues and with his gear, and he dies pretty quick if I do the 130 stuff. I get too many on me at once.
How can I be of service?
Yeah, I just didn't have the time to do all this stuff you need to do to prep for raids and then do the raids and stuff. You have returned, and with news of the Blackwolds leaders, you have done well. Now is the time to move against Skunkwood and Eogan. You should make your way to this hideout of theirs and speak to Skunkwood. Once there, tell him you heard rumor about the prisoner they took from Archet. And would like to see if the tales about him are true. Once you make your way to Amdir, free him and make your escape. I will follow you to the hideout and aid you. Hurry. I think we all know who that prisoner is. This character is on Landreval. I have a couple of low-level characters there. Most of my mains, all of my mains are on Crick Hollow. They used to be on Elendilmere back in the day, but now they've moved to Crick Hollow. I have one on a legendary server, which I haven't played in a while. I think they're level 75, maybe. But my 130s are on Crick Hollow. I'm kind of re-experiencing the game with this character on Landreval. I've always had a soft spot for role-playing. Never done it as much as I've wanted, but figured if he's going to go through all the quests and the prologues and read through things again for the first time I've read them in like 13 years for some of the quests. I'd do it on the roleplay server. That's the base of the... Boop. Ow.
The hunt for Amdir leads to the hideout of the brigand Skunkwood.
Every
But
night,
to
yep.
what end is unknown.
How can I be of service?
The black-walled guard stares up at you from beneath a furrowed brow. He spits onto the ground and studies your face for a few seconds before giving you a wry and sinister smile. You Must be the new blood Ellie was talking about. You'll find skunkwood in the back. Alright. Skunkwood. Prepare to meet your doom. Oh, he's not there. He's downstairs. There you are. William Skunkwood.
What is this world coming to?
Ah, so you're the one I've heard so much about from Ellie. We lost a lot of good men in our chat, and I'll be glad to have you in the fold. You say you've heard about that ranger. I have to tell you, what is happening to that fellow is plain unnatural. Yogan tells me he'll be a great boon to us, but for now he's just a raving madman. I don't mind letting you go take a peek at him. He's down in the dungeon at the far end of the cavern. My guard there will let you pass. He's being corrupted into a wraith by that Morgul blade. Skunkwood says I should let you pass. I'd be careful though. That Amdir is a dangerous one. Let me out, you fools. You. Who are you? Who? The voice. Make it stop.
The voice. It will not stop.
It's so cold. The voice speaks to me, commands me, tells me things, tells me about the end of all things, the beginning of new things. It calls me to service. I must do what it says, must follow, I must serve the Dark Lord. None of that bodes very well. Speak with the old prisoner. Oh, our friend. No! Yeah, run away. Let's escape, I must. The funny thing is, she says, "Come here quickly." Only quickly is in Sarah's vocabulary.
Is a boon, young one.
Oh, thank you for coming to save me, young one. I have been held captive here for a long time. I have seen many things, and if you would be so kind as to help me out of this dungeon, I would be able to tell you a bit of what happened to your friend Amdir. It would be good to see this guy again. Let us get going, shall we? There we go. Sorry. As you probably know, this will take a while. Oh. Stop attacking Sarah. She's not doing any harm. She's not even walking past. You'd think someone shooting arrows at her would speed her up a little bit, but... Bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. So now we have a lot of time to kill. Look, it's a rat. Doesn't that scare you? Come on. Look, it's a rat right here. Nope. That's not going to make a move. I don't even know if I can put on follow. Let's see. Nope. I'm following the rat. Follow her. Like a step. Every half a second. Doop. 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 Alright, there's going to be more people attacking you soon. Almost through Advanced Brigand Slayer. 15 more of those, and they'll be... that deed will be completed. Oh, leave her alone, leave her alone. Yeah, I like that over the years they've never sped her up. It harkens back to how much we've complained about her speed the whole time. So new players could still experience the joy of Sarah. Stop him. No spoilers though. Other than she's slow. Slow and old. Yeah. So, need to get her a nicer outfit or something. Yeah, she leads you down this way because her staff or her weapon or something is down here. Yeah, no, it definitely trains you to be patient. Yeah, plenty of things to speed you up in life. These things to slow you down. Alright, Blackwolds, get up, will ya? There's the chest. They put it in, yes, I know. My stick, I would be lost without it. Now you're gonna be lost with it. Alright, Sarah, take your stick. Yeah, this is the ultimate slow escort quest from all the games I've ever played. That's why it stands out, though. Makes it unique. A rite of passage for everyone to experience. Traitor, you freed the prisoners. Kill them. Saruman. Doink. See? Your stick didn't even help you there. Could have at least helped out if you're going to be slow. If you weren't so slow, we probably could have saved Amdir. That's what I think. These last 5 minutes was the critical part of Amdir's fall. And look, she runs. Can this kill me? The voice told the truth. I shall end you up. Kill Toradon. No! Not Toradon.
It is too late for me.
Toradon coughs up blood. Amdir is beyond saving now. You must warn my kindred. Moondal is in the mustering cave of the Rangers. Help him. Go to Underhill. Ask him if Tangle Rush delivered my message. Sarah, this is all your fault. All your fault.
Oh dear, how terrible.
Goodness me, what a terrible sight for these old lies. The blade that stung Amdir has done its work, and I fear he's nothing more than a servant of the enemy now. You should try and stop him if you can. And don't worry about me. Now that I'm free of that awful cell, I'll be fine. And I've got my stick back. Don't know what I'd have done without it. Man, used. Oh, a classic. A classic. Alright, Underhill. Under the hill and over the hill. Toradon has been defeated. We need to send someone to rescue his body from the cave. We can't just let him lie in that cave. Yep. A classic. So I still like, of all the prologues from all the different races, I still always have a soft spot for this one, because again, my Guardian was a man Guardian too, and he went through this first. And that prologue story will always uniquely speak to me. Underhill.
Hello there.
Toradon slain by Amdir. How is that possible? Well, blame Sarah. Seek out Constable Tangle Rush immediately. If Toradon's warning does not reach his kin, who is to know what devilry will ensue? Quickly now. Get a better shirt.
Might I speak with you a moment?
Poor Toradon. If his words are true, his kinsmen are in great danger. This Moondal he spoke of before he passed must be warned. Now, I don't know exactly where this mustering cave is, but if Toradon warned Constable Tangle Rush, then Tangle Rush must know its location. Tangle Rush is a constable in Staddle. Down the road south of Combe, he will likely find her loitering about town center. Quickly, you must find her. So, there was another guy who was directing us to Staddle as well. I'll go ahead and pick up his quest. If just to get the ring off the map.
Might I take a moment of your
To
time?
Lolo Winding Way in Staddle. Now the people of Archet have stood up against the Blackwall Brigands, and we've got them on the run here. The tides are turning. Things are returning to normal, and I say it's time I did my part. I used to send honey down to Staddle in a trade for pipeweed, a business I'm ready to pick up again. My old trading partner, a hobbit by the name of Lolo Winding Way, used to peddle wares on the road between here and Staddle. I know where she's at as well. If you happen to be in Staddle and see Lolo, please let him know I would like to renew our partnership. Okay, let's put this on. Oh, same look apparently. Nope, little look. Different look, but I still like the one I have. Keep that cosmetic. Alright, I changed the shoes, didn't I? Yeah. Everything else I can just sell that off real quick.
Hello, friend. Can I help you with something?
Like I said, I'm trying not to be a pack rat, so I'm trying to get rid of some of the stuff that I used to just carry around with me forever. Keep some of the crafting stuff, but... Okay, to Staddle. As it's approaching noon Central Time, I think once I reach Staddle, I'm going to end this morning's stream. I appreciate those who have checked in and out off and on, and thank you, Torvik, for following. Always appreciate meeting fellow Lord of the Rings gamers, especially ones that are similar in style and chill. There's Lolo. I will say hi to her.
A lovely day, isn't it?
You say you've spoken with Burl Beeman. Oh, this is bad, very bad indeed. I had a good and profitable arrangement with Beeman. I would purchase pipeweed from here in Staddle, bring it to Beeman in exchange for honey, and then use the honey to satisfy my outstanding contracts in Staddle. But as much as I would like to renew that arrangement, I am unable to do so at the moment unless maybe you would do something for me. There's always a
Stay
catch.
and have some tea.
While I was trying to sell some of my wares to the farms east of Staddle, a bear got into my wagon here and made off with my pack. I expect it probably dragged it out to eat my lunch. The problem is that my coin purse was in that pack, which means I can't buy pipeweed to trade to Burl. Worse, if I don't get it back within the next 15 minutes, I am sure to miss out on the good price of pipeweed in Staddle. Gotta find the bear that stole my pack and bring it back to me in the next 15 minutes. Alright, let's do this little time-sensitive quest real quick. Collect Lolo Winnywing's pack from the bear that stole it. There's very few of these that actually have a time counter on it. It's interesting. I think it's just the bears up here in these ruins. If I'm recalling, or maybe any bear in the area. But there's a historical artifact in these ruins I need to find anyway. For a dude. There's the ancient inscription. Part of the ancient Dunedain relics you're supposed to find. Sorry, I know one of you got this pack of hers, so... out of the range. Gotta go back towards the ruins. Oh, I found it. I didn't see it. Lolo's backpack. Oh, just outside the town of Bree. See the gate right there.
How do you do?
My pack, you found it, and with time to spare too. Take this as a token of my thanks. Neither one I'm going to use. Let's see if this cosmetically is any good. Oh, level 14. It's the classic green and yellow one, but I'm not going to use it, so... Even cosmetically. Oh, now you're telling me to go into Bree.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
Another directional quest to Second Watcher Heathstraw. You've been a big help to me, Doc. Something about you tells me you could be a great help to many. If you are looking to further your charitable nature, you may speak with Second Watcher Heathstraw. I will.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
And the directional to Staddle. Staddle is a tranquil place, or normally so. Recently, however, the guards and constables have been fearful of the Midgewater Marsh and the tall folk moving into ruins in the south. If you continue following the road to the south, you'll find Staddle Center. Talk to Watcher Redweed there and tell him that I sent you on to help. Yep, so we've started in our Chet. We've come to Combe. We've done the Chetwood region. Now we're heading down to Staddle and Bree, which will direct us out towards the Midgewater Marsh. Eventually, the ruins southeast of Bree in this general starting region. So we will head to Staddle. We will log out there. Talk to Watcher Redweed here. As it's the evening, a beautiful night sky in Middle Earth. Which I've always loved the night sky. Where's Redweed's there? turn in that quest onto Staddle.
What do you need?
Hello there, you've come from Lolo, have you? You've come to the right place then, friend. There's much happening around Staddle that needs attention, and there are too few guards and constables to reach them all. So, yes, many rings, many quests, many tasks available, including the prologue from Constable Tangle Rush. So we will end here and pick up next time. You all have a great day. Thank you all for watching. Till next time.